everybody, it's Gemma here from madebygemacrafts.co.uk. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute little box card. You just lift off your lid and inside you have your card. Excuse me. And I have used the cookie cutter stamp set to stamp and punch out these little Santa, gingerbread man and Rudolph, and the sentiments inside here come from the Oh What Fun stamp set, which is in the annual catalogue. This one here, the cookie cutter Christmas one, it comes from the autumn winter catalogue. And the DSP that I'm using on these is the Candy Cane Lane, which is also in the autumn winter catalogue as well. And to fold, just pull your sides up, pop the lid back on, and there you go, you're good to go to give it to whoever is the lucky person that's going to get this card from you. So if I just pop this out of the way, I'll let you know everything we need to make this. For our box base, I have got 2 pieces of cherry cobbler card, and they measure 9 inches by 3 inches, and I have scored them across the 9-inch side at 3 inches and 6 inches, and they are simply going to lay together like so in a cross shape to form the base of our box. And for our lid, I've got a piece of crumb cake cardstock, and this measures 5 1/8 of an inch by 5 1/8 of an inch. And all I've done is score it at 1 inch on all 4 sides. And we're just going to fold and burnish these sides to make a simple box lid to fit on top like so. Just mind these out of the way for a moment. Now the little characters inside that I've got on pinwheels, these. I've got one here that I'm going to pop together now to show you. And I will say this is take 3 or 4 on this one. So we'll see how we get on with this one. Hopefully I won't have to start again. But to make your little pinwheel, you need to take a piece of card DSP that is 12 inches, and I've cut it to 1 inch wide. And all I did is I popped it on my scoreboard and scored it at every 1/4 of an inch. And then I've just simply concertinaed it all the way along, and then I've stuck my 2 ends together to form a round circle. And then all you're going to do is push this flat like so. And here I've got a couple of circles of crumb cake card, which I punched out using my 1 1/4 inch circle punch. And I'm going to use my hot glue gun today because it's quick and it holds it pretty instantly while I'm filming this for you guys. But you can use any wet glue. Just when you stick it together, maybe pop something like one of your punches just on top, just to hold it in place for a few minutes while it just dries completely. So I'm just going to get my glue gun and put a nice blob of glue on here. Hopefully not burning myself again in the process. And then it can be a little fiddly. As I said, this is take 3 or 4. But I found the best way to try and do it. There we go. Stuck it to myself. Ouch. That's so very hot. You flip it over. Stick it down. And flip it over. There we go. Let's just pull these bits off my fingers. I don't think I'm going to make it through the Christmas season without fingerprints. There we go. And you can take another circle, pop some glue onto there, flip flip that over and pop that one on there like that. Like so, and just hold it in place for a moment, just while the hot glue sets. And this is double-sided, this DSP. So for this one, because he's going to sit in the middle of our box flaps, I am going to use that side. So now I can just pop him on as well. Let's put a little bit of hot glue on the back of him. And he is just going to sit straight on there like that. And then they're ready. So for the rest of our box, if I just bring in our lid. Just line these stamps out of the way. As I said, this piece is 5 1/8 by 5 1/8. And I have scored 1 inch on all 4 sides. So all I'm going to do is cut up the 4 sides, just so we can form a really simple box lid. And I'm just going to notch it out as well, just to get it to fold in nice and neatly when we glue it together. But what we're going to do first is we're going to decorate it before we glue it together. It's a little bit easier. Like so. So here is all my bits and bobs that we need to decorate the inside and outside. Right, here we go. I've got some little strips of the DSP, and these are 3/4 of an inch by 2 7/8 of an inch. And these are just going to go around the 4 sides of our box. So I'm just going to use some Tombow to put that on. Like so. And then for the top of our box, I have got a piece of cherry cobbler, which is going to go just on the top here. Then a piece of the DSP, and I believe this one measures 2 3/4 of an inch. I will put all the measurements for the DSP and box base and lid onto my blog, so you can see them. And then just got my sentiment, which I stamped and punched out with a 2-inch circle punch, and a scallop circle which it just fits on top of like so. And I'm just going to pop that on some dimensionals to on the top of the box. Pop that in the middle there. So now we've decorated our box lid, we can glue it all together. So I'm just going to put some wet glue on all 4 of these corners. And then we can just fold them up under, tuck them under and glue them in place. Now what I do is I have got some little mini pegs and I just pop them on the corner to hold it in place while it's drying, so I don't have to sit here and hold on to the corners while the wet glue is drying. If you're just careful where you pop them right on the edge, it won't leave a mark as it's drying. Just fold these ones in and up. I can pop a little peg on. Just like so, and then you have your box all done, and you can pop it over to one side just to finish drying off. Now we can put our box base together. So all we are going to do is we are simply going to stick one piece to the other in a cross shape, or whatever way around. There we go. Now I think it's this piece, what I've done is, if I just line that up, I don't know if you can see on camera, but I've actually taken a tiny slither of card off the edge, maybe 1/2 inch, maybe 1/16 of an inch, a tiny little sliver, just to help it sit in between the score lines, to help it fold up a little bit easier. I will pop the details of that on my blog as well, and then we can just put some glue on this bottom middle section and we can stick that just in place like so. Okay, then we're going to flip this over and we can decorate the outside of our box. So these little squares here are 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and as you can see on this one, I have got there is a pattern, so you want to make sure that when you're putting your DSP on your box, it's all up the right way, so as you go round it's easier to rotate your box base as you're popping your DSP on, because we don't want any upside down gingerbread men. There we go. And then you can turn the box so you're facing up the right way for each one. I'm just going to very quickly glue this on. Like so. That's the last one. Okay, so we've got all 4 of our sides decorated on the outside. We can flip that over and now we can do the inside. So for our inside, all I've done is I've got 3 more pieces of our DSP here, and I'm just going to use the reverse side, as the DSP is all double-sided and there's some beautiful patterns. So for this one, I'm just going to stick these 3 of the flaps on the inside of the box. For our centerpiece, we're going to use some Whisper White, we're going to do some stamping, and also for our 4th space over here, we're going to do some stamping on some Whisper White as well. I'm just going to pop these in quickly. I'm just going to pop that over there. And then I have some squares of Whisper White here. And once again, these measure 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And I've got my Real Red ink pad. And I've got my sentiment here, which is going to go in the middle. So I'm just going to stamp that one first. This one says Happy Christmas. Just going to stamp that there. I'm going to bring my other piece in and I'm going to stamp my little sentiment where on the piece where you can write your message to your recipient. Merry wishes, just in the middle there, like so. Let's close this up. And then we can just pop these on the inside as well. And just stick that down. So, got our fourth one in there, and then we can just put our little characters on the inside. Can use some regular wet glue just to stick these down inside. Just hold them down for a moment. There's our little gingerbread man and Rudolph, like so. And pop our lid back on our glue. So there we go, there is the inside of our box done. I mean, I've kept this very simple today for the video tutorial, but you can do some more stamping on the inside. Or some extra embellishments, whatever you like. Then I've got our lid, which is now all dried. So we can fold this up, bring our four sides together, and pop our lid on, and there we go. Here's our made and finished box, like so. All done. There we go. So thank you very much for watching today. As I said, all the measurements of the cardstock and the stamp sets that I've used will all be on my blog, which is www.madebygemacrafts.co.uk. You can also check out my Facebook page where I've got some pictures of some other mini box cards that I've made. That is www.facebook.com/madebygemacrafts. And you can also find me on Instagram as well, Made by Gemma Crafts. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.